There we go, guys. It's a new engine. Well, it's not new. It's new for me, second hand, but it looks really good condition, and I'm hoping it's gonna be working just fine. So yeah, let's put it back in the bike and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Right, this is the moment of truth. I've got coolant, I've got oil in the engine. Everything is connected, battery is connected. I double and triple checked everything, and best of my knowledge is okay. I refer to the manual, most of the part, and I'm hoping it's alright. I'm hoping I put it back together properly. Two question marks here. One, whether the engine is working. We don't know that. And two, whether I put everything back together as I should. Obviously it's not torqued up yet, everything is just a bit loose, just so it's there on the bike. I want to mainly test the engine, I'm not going to test ride it just yet. Yeah, fuck it, let's see what happens. Well, something obviously wrong, some electronics. Let me revisit that, see what happens. Take two, see what happens this time. She's running. Don't worry about the smoke. I know exactly what it is. There's a bit of grease that's burning up and a fresh paint. But other than that, she's running. Good fucking news. Yeah. That's good news, guys. I'm really excited now. Obviously, I've not tested the engine under load. It fires up and it runs. That's the main thing. I didn't go through all the gears. I did when the bike was dry, you know, but not engine powered gears. No, not yet. But it looks alright. It seems okay. It fired up. I don't know how long it was unused, but it fired up pretty much straight away, which is always a good thing. And it runs smooth. I think obviously need to warm it up and do all sorts of tests on it, but so far so good. Right, so that's a big step. That's a big step. We know the engine is running. Obviously I slapped the parts back in the bike very, very loosely. I make them tight, but I didn't torque them up or anything, and just in case I need to repeat the whole process, I need to remove things and all that, and it was just safer to keep the bike on its wheels just in case, because I was messing about with it a lot. And that strap I put at the ceiling as well, that's a lifesaver, because the bike was a number of times tilting one side or the other, and being all by myself in the garage, it's very important to keep things safe, just in case the bike falls on me or something like this, you know, nobody will be able to help me, so it's important to keep it safe. And that's the reason I went through the extra mile of adding the parts to the bike, wheels and the side stand and everything, to test the engine, because I wanted to, like, you know, at least 3 points, you know, on the ground, just to test it properly without any risk of the bike falling over or crashing me in the process. That would be bad. Now we know that the engine is firing up, and I'm hopefully put it back together the way it should be. I'm gonna need to revisit the whole thing back again, basically strip it off slightly and put it back in properly, with all the torque settings and thread lock if needed. I've got the manual, I'm going to refer to that. It's a bit of a boring process, not sure if you guys want to see it, but I'm going to do it all in the background, definitely. And then once it's all, you know, triple checked, I'm going to take it for a spin, see how it performs, see whether that engine is any good. But so far that's a big weight off my shoulders. It actually fires and actually works, which is very good news. Let's try this again. It runs, it cuts out a little bit in the end because it's not warmed up, and I don't have the airbox on. That means the air goes to the engine, that little single, you know, cylinder thumper. It's very chaotic, you know, it doesn't go in a slide smooth stream, so it's, I think they call it turbulence there or something like that, I'm not quite sure. But that's probably one of the reasons it's not running right just yet, but I didn't put any airbox on it or anything just to test it, but it fires, you know, it's got a spark, it's got the air, and it's got petrol, and once everything else inside the engine is alright, I'm hoping that is enough for it to run properly. So yeah, good news. That's it for today, guys. On next episode, hopefully I'm gonna have the bike up and running in its full glory, so we can take it for a test drive and see how the engines perform, whether we need to fine tune it to the carburetor or not. Time will tell, but good news so far. It's firing up and it's running pretty smooth from what I can hear anyway. Time will tell. We need to put the bike back on the road and then give it a test ride, see what happens. Until then, guys, as always, thank you very much for your continued support. Thanks for watching. Rock hard, have a beer, and we see you very soon.